Thank you, Ms. Lee. And now we proceed to Congressman Randy Hemmer Fine of Florida.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll find out whether I brought it with me today in a minute. Sometimes I sit in these hearings and I wonder if I'm hearing discussions about things that are different, because fundamentally this debate is about, or discussion is about 5 bills that I thought were there to help protect rank and file workers. So I'd like to really steer my questioning towards Mr. Funk, because I'm confused. So my bill, for example, would simply say that these rank and file workers, which I hear that we care about, would have the right to vote in the elections of their officers. So why would giving rank and file members the right to vote for their officers hurt rank and file members? Why would that be a bad idea? Mr. Funk?
Congressman Fine, one of the most amazing things about the labor movement is that they are truly the most democratic organizations in the country.
Great, so then my bill should be great, because you can't be more democratic than saying letting people vote for something. So,
well, I'll go into the details.
So we're really democratic, but we're not going to be democratic.
No, not at all.
Okay.
As a former member of a union, any member of a union can come to their union and change the rules. So my point is, why is Congress nibbling away and meddling in the internal affairs of a union while actually ignoring the fire in the House, right?
If
you actually trust union members,
well, no, I am. My bill trusts union members.
They can make those rules.
You guys can have the right to vote. So I don't. Again, confusion. Hey, we believe in democracy, incredibly democratic, but no. Don't pass a bill that requires rank and file people to actually vote for their own people. I think something doesn't smell right. Now, 6139 says that requires transparency for workers because it requires these rank and file members to have access to information. So we're incredibly democratic, but we oppose a bill that allows our rank and file members to actually engage in democracy with all the information available to them. Why on earth would anyone be against that?
Let me just say that I would take all of these 5 pieces of legislation a lot more seriously if you were paying attention to the major problem. We are here talking about.
Okay, so great. But we're here in isolation. A law is a law. Motivations, other things going on in the world, the weather, it doesn't actually matter. The question before me, when I'm a legislator, is something a good idea or not? So it sounds like we actually may be in agreement in here. Is it a good idea to allow rank and file members of a union to be guaranteed the right to actually elect their own leadership? Forget everything else that's going on in the world. Is that a good idea?
I think.
Yes or no?
I think that this is absolutely disingenuous and insulting to the American people and the 60
million workers. Well, I come from a family of members who worked in unions. Right. It's my bill. So my question is it a good idea to allow a union member to have the right to guarantee their leadership?
They can do that.
It sounds like you think the answer is no.
I belong to a union where we do that because the members came forward and changed the rules. So we can do that. We do not need Congress getting involved in our internal affairs while
I understand.
Corporate.
You agree that the bill's a good idea. Every union member should have the right to vote, but Congress shouldn't guarantee people those rights. They should bring on it themselves. How about the one about information? So you also agree that every union member should have access to complete and total information?
And they can do that.
Well, they can't.
Yes, they can.
Okay, so if they have that right now, what's the big deal on us giving them the right to do that?
Why are you meddling in a sovereign, independent institution while ignoring the union-busting industry and corporations where workers actually can do that?
And by the way,
if
it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine to say, I wish you were passing more laws. Perfectly fine perspective. Yeah. But that's not the discussion today. We have individual pieces of legislation that will likely be voted on by this committee, and we have to decide yes or no. So it generally sounds like you think that letting people vote for their own membership is a good idea. People having access to information is a good idea. You, for some reason, have an issue with the government guaranteeing people these rights, but you think they're a good idea. The third one is, what is the issue with allowing union members? I mean, if you go on strike, that's a really big deal for you personally. There's probably nothing more consequential than a union member can do than go on strike. The third bill, 6142, would require the members, again, the linchpins of democracy, to actually make sure that they want to go through the trouble and the challenge of actually voting. Do you agree that union members should have the right to decide whether they go on strike?
I think that most unions actually already do that.
Great, then
Because of the LMRDA.
that's
No,
fine,
So
then-
why do you have to get in there while you let the American public suffer because you want to crack down and meddle and infringe on the freedom of workers to set their own rules for their
thank
own
you.
unions?
Look, here's what I don't understand. We're saying this is good, this is good, this is good. People should all do these things, but somehow when Congress guarantees those rights, it's bad. It doesn't make sense. We should pass all of these bills. If we actually care about workers, we should give workers rights so they are in charge of their own destiny and not some thug union bosses who actually lie and want to just keep it from them. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.